This morning, my oldest was like rushing around and I just like heated up some pancakes, put them on a paper plate, handed them to him on his way out the door. I'm like, just helping him get out the door. He doesn't want to go to school, but he has to go to school because that's what's best. And I'm the parent. I'm allowed to say, this is the rule, you're going to school, but I'm also going to support you. I'm also not going to abandon you and make you do it on your own. How can I help you to follow the rules? And the last one, so we have relationships, reflection, regulation, rules, and repair. And repair, I think, is one of the most important aspects of parenting. You know, I was talking about regulation and how dysregulated I was as a parent and how much I believe damage I caused to my kids because of my dysregulation. And I have been spending the last 5 years repairing. Repair. And it is never too late to repair. Even if your kids are grown and flown, you can still learn the skill of repair and potentially build a stronger connection with your adult children because of your willingness to repair. Many of us grew up with parents who never apologized. Mistakes were just brushed off, they were justified or ignored, and sweeping things under the rug was just like normal. It was an expected part of life. And I just want to like circle back to grief. I think when people are not willing to feel grief about their own mistakes, they're not willing to feel that pang of regret about their own mistakes, they brush off mistakes. They justify their actions. They ignore, they sweep things under the rug. So this is just like another sales pitch for feeling grief. So maybe when you became a parent, you're like, I want to do things differently, right? I want to take responsibility. I want to apologize to my kids, even though my parents never apologized to me. But like being a human with ADHD means we mess up like a lot. We blurt things out. We snap when we're overstimulated. We forget what we promised to our kids. We get distracted when our kids want attention. And then we feel that guilt. It can feel so crushing. So, as I said earlier, messing up, being human, it doesn't make you a bad parent, and you can repair relationships. And this is the encouragement to you. The last skill or the last principle of parenting that Elisa Pressman talks about is repair. And that's the one I want to focus on here because so many of us feel like we have so much to apologize for. We know that we are so flawed. We know that our humanity and our ADHD has really ruptured our relationship with our kids. And I don't want you carrying endless guilt. I don't want you to do it. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help your kids, okay? What helps is learning to apologize well. All right? Learning to apologize well. It's learning how to make that repair. A great apology, it isn't about shame. It isn't about blame. It's about connection and repair. And it only takes a few steps. So let's talk about it. You've got to acknowledge what happened. You got to recognize it. You got to name that mistake clearly and calmly. Like, hey, I yelled at you when I got frustrated. That wasn't okay. Then you're going to take responsibility. You're going to own your actions without excuses. You can explain, but there's a very fine line between explanation and excuse, okay? So keep it short and keep it developmentally appropriate. Your 5-year-old doesn't need an emotional monologue, all right? So listen, this was my mistake. It wasn't yours. This is not your fault. And then you're going to empathize. You're going to help your child, no matter what their age, you're going to help them to feel seen. You're going to show that you understand their experience. Hey, when I yelled at you, did that feel scary? And just give them a chance to like express themselves if they want to. All right? I can imagine that felt scary, or I can imagine that was frustrating, or I can imagine that was unfair. Do you want to tell me how that felt? All right? And then express remorse. This is the part where you actually apologize. All right? I'm really sorry. I'm sorry for how I handled that. It was not okay. I'm sorry. And then here's the actual repair part. We're going to make amends. It's not about grand gestures. It's about showing that you know that you made a mistake, and you know that you know that they're not just going to get over it in a second. This is the opposite of sweeping it under the rug. This is like, I'm sorry, I acknowledge what I did, and next time, here's my plan to do it differently. Next time, I'm going to work on taking a deep breath before I react. Or next time, I'm going to pause for 5 seconds before I say anything. And I like to also let my kids know, or really anybody that I'm apologizing to, that like, I know that it might take you a little bit. It might take you some time to feel better. I don't expect you to feel better right away. So if you want to talk to me about this again, or if you need me to apologize again, I'm willing to do that. I've said to my kids, and I say it all the time, I will apologize as many times as it takes. I've made some big mistakes in my parenting journey, and I never get sick of apologizing for them. Now, it's not about wallowing in self-pity. It's not about wallowing in like, I'm the worst person in the whole world. That's not what it's about. But it is about like, if my kid is still having an emotional experience and still like bringing up this memory, Mom, remember when you did that? I really didn't like it. It means that they're not over it. And that's okay. They don't just have to get over stuff. They're humans. Like, this is a human relationship. It's okay for them to come to me and say, hey, remember when you did that? I didn't like it. My reaction to that is not going to be, I already apologized for that. Why are you bringing it up to me? This is not fair. No. That, my friend, is a resistance of the grief. That, my friend, is a resistance of the regret, right? But if I can open up and I can say, you're right, it wasn't okay. Come and tell me how you feel. I'm never going to get sick of hearing it. So come and tell me everything. Tell me how you're feeling. I'm never going to get sick of apologizing to you. I am so sorry. When your kid comes to you and says that they have this memory or this pain or this hurt, they're actually looking for connection. If they're 5 years old or if they're 50 years old and they come to you with a painful memory or something that you've done that's hurt them, they're looking for connection. If you can see that as a bid for connection, you are going to be like such a badass parent. Truly. If you can look through the lens of they want to connect with me. Now, I understand that rejection sensitivity takes over and all of the shame and the guilt and the spirals, but if you can overcome that and just open up to the pain, because it is painful, if you can open up to it and see when they want to talk to you about hurt as a bid for connection, you are going to improve your relationship with your kid like you have never, ever dreamed you could. Because your kids don't need you to be perfect. They actually need to see what it looks like to be human, messy and accountable, and always willing to apologize, repair, and try again. All right. You're already a good enough parent as you are, not because you've never made mistakes, but because you care enough to repair mistakes. You're willing to feel the pain of recognizing a mistake, and then you're willing to be humble enough to make a repair. Okay. Your kid, I promise you, they're not going to remember every time you lost your patience. They will remember how safe they feel around you. And it's okay for you to evolve in that way. My middle son has said to me so many times, Mom, I'm so glad that you started going to therapy because you're a different person. This child is 14. He has said to me many times, I'm so glad you're a life coach because you really changed when you became a life coach. Like, he recognizes the evolvement in me. That doesn't mean there wasn't negative impact to him prior to that, but it does mean that what he's observed in me shows him that people can change, right? And that's a big deal. So when the guilt creeps in, as it does for me, remind yourself you are teaching your kid, no matter what their age, one of the most important lessons, that relationships are built on connection, not perfection.